Today's journey will be taking us from the Harbour View community all the way to St. Thomas, Albion, St. Thomas. Greetings and welcome to RoadTripja, the heartbeat of Jamaica's road. This is your excursion extraordinaire and guide, Dr. A. At this time, you can see us traversing on the territory of the Harbour View Highway, which encompasses a subsection of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, SCIP. Section 1A spans all the way from Harbour View Roundabout, making its way to the Yallus Bridge that divides Albion Estate from the Portman's Corner community. Today our video footage will entail both driving view and also an aerial perspective with a drone view. It is a hope that you will enjoy this experience as we traverse the territory to see the developments taking place. And this review is the culmination of the August set of reviews. We're now passing the Harbour View drive-through theatre. And we're passing the stoplight that is going to lead us to the first point of interest for us, which is the St. Benedict's Church, the St. Benedict's School, where a little road work is currently ongoing. We'll have the aerial footage in a few seconds. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So as you can see, looking down, we're observing that they're doing some expansion on the road, and that expansion is so that the road can be a little bit wider to accommodate the 4 lanes that are currently ongoing. As we continue to make our way out the Bull Bay community, we're going to be passing the Shooters Hills in a little while. But before we get there, let us get an aerial shot of what is taking place in the geography. So you can see that drainage pipes are being put in place. We have the tractors in position to do excavation work. And yes, the day is rainy when we're doing this drone recording. The wind and the turbulence was a little bit challenging. However, we managed to stabilize adequately for this video footage. Thank you for understanding and enjoying the footage nevertheless. So this is what is happening, this is what is taking place, and this is a big hill that many of us may be accustomed to. Don't worry, the footage and the imagery will be better as we progress in the video. But in order to see that, you'll have to be here with us all the way to the end. It is always a pleasure to take you on this journey and on this trip with us. So currently they're expanding the roads. A few areas have been demolished, a few buildings have been removed. As you can observe, the dirt areas have been pushed to side, and they have been making up bankings, especially closer towards the sea. And now we're going to continue on our journey on the road. The road looks almost exactly the same, but the infrastructural changes are taking place on the periphery. Hence the reason for the aerial footage, so you can appreciate that which is happening. And yes, it's a beautiful day here in Jamaica. The sun is shining, the people are still lovely, and the view is immaculate. Even when it rains, we do have fun in this part of the vineyard. We're enjoying the community as it is in its current form, and if you have been following our programming, you will realize that this community has changed subtly but greatly. You would have to know what it looked like before in order to appreciate what it is now. So we'll be making visual available for you to see the before, as you can do your own due diligence in mapping mentally what the after looks like or the present looks like, so you can deduce what the to come will be like. So now we're making our way to the first bridge that is currently being developed in this area, the Bull Bay area, and this bridge is going to be an addition to the one that we currently already have. So now we are just waiting on that bridge to be completed, but before that bridge on the right that we're accustomed to seeing was in place, let us give you a visual of what the road network actually looked like, so we can get an appreciation of where we are, where we were, and have an idea as to the trajectory of where things will be. So at this time, this is a beautiful image of what it was in January 2022. So yes, this is the bridge that we are currently driving over. However, on the right hand side, which you're not visualizing at this time, they have also been instrumental in creating another bridge network, which would encompass 2 additional lanes. So we'll have 2 on the right and 2 on the left. So this is how the geography looks, and I'll allow you to have a visual imagery of what is taking place from the aerial view. So when we're back on the ground, you can determine what has changed and what has actually remained the same. So now we're making our way close to the Bull Bay community. But before we head down in that community, let us take a look at what the Harbour View community looks like from the air. And as you could see, the aerial footage you saw before was a reflection of what 2022 looks like. And this is an aerial reflection of what the start of the year, January 2022, would have looked like. So there are some changes that have taken place which you can perceive for yourself based on this footage. And the St. Benedict Church is right ahead of that red roof in building, and we have the Shooters Hill area. So we can see and visualize what is taking place. Yes, Jamaica is a beautiful place, and indeed the water body looks lovely from the sky. Now let us make our way back into the Bull Bay community so we can see exactly what changes are taking place currently. So this is just an aerial footage of what this area looks like from above. So the areas on the ground that we would have passed from time to time that we are not able to see over to the other section, you can now have a slight visual of what is taking place in those areas. And as you can look down, you can see the construction of the bridge that will be erected in completion is already on its way, and that was in January. We're going to have you a footage of August or September to let you see exactly what the the area looks like. So now we're just going along the road network so we can have a visual as to what is happening, getting an appreciation for the geography and the surroundings. We have the skate park below, and straight ahead we have the majority of the Bull Bay community, and this area will take us to the Bull Pass Bridge, on which the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project SCIP will be running. This is indeed a beautiful view. In our next sitting, we'll try to get a little closer to the ground so we can have a better appreciation of exactly what is taking place. But we're this eye so that you can have an overview of what is happening. So now let us move along as we make our way to the Bull Pass Bridge, and then give you a look at what that area looks like. And the Bull Pass Bridge is a little bit after we have crossed the second bridge that is currently being built. So in actuality, there are actually 3 new bridges which are being erected in the Bull Bay community. And the roadwork is continuing according to plan as expansion takes place on this thoroughfare. As we pass the Bull Bay police station, we'll make our way up towards the second bridge of interest, which is currently under development. So this bridge currently has 2 lanes, and in order to expand, they are creating another bridge on the opposite side, which we are not yet currently allowed to drive on, so that we can have an appreciation for what is taking place. So if you look down, you can see exactly what is happening. And yes, that section is the second area of the bridge. And now we're going to be moving to the third bridge, which is the Bull Pass Bridge. And this is a major infrastructural development that will take us from the Bull Bay St. Andrew community straight into the Bull Bay St. Thomas community. And this is what it looks like. It's currently a concrete structure. It has not yet been tarred, but mold is on it at this time. So let us see what will happen as time progresses. And this is the view in the year 2022, and the month is August. And just by way of announcement and reminder, this section of the project is being officially conducted and developed by the China Harbour Engineering Company, Czech, who have been doing an outstanding job thus far in section 1A. And you know that though we cover all the sections, section 1A is our major section on which we cover, giving you updated information as time progresses. The road network consists of section 1A, section 1B, section 1C, section 1D, all the way to section 1F, which ends up in Port Antonio. The turbulence had us a little bit in the air, hence the aggressive movement of the drone by the wind. And this is what it looks like as we make our way to the other end of this road infrastructure. So this road network is going to take us out right in the parish of St. Thomas, and will take us to the 12 miles area in St. Thomas. And that 12 miles area will be a similar area, the same area in which they have been in the process of finalizing the development for the 91 acre of luxury dwellings, right? And this is us in the same area as we look at the beauty that Jamaica has to offer. And as we stated, that this only gets better as we progress. So stick around and do enjoy the journey with us. And now we're on the road again, but let us get back in the air to show you exactly where it is that that end of the network is going to lead, which would be to our right. So we're going towards that area, and this is an old video that was done in January, which gives you an idea as to what is happening. And yes, this is the network that will take us back to the Bull Pass Bridge, the Bull Pass Bridge area. Improvements have taken place on this thoroughfare, however they are not that significant, which would merit a retake of this geography at this time. However, in a little while we'll make provisions to do another take so you can see exactly what is happening, so you can have a full and thorough appreciation of the work currently ongoing. And this is the Suncoast area, and we continue journey down the hill, and we're going to be moving onto the new highway in parts, not in whole, as it is still under development and is not yet fully complete. Because if you look on the right, you see that that is where we should be driving and not coming off on this side. So we're going to be using the area that has already been prepared for us, so that we can have an appreciation of the road network as it takes us into the parish of St. Thomas and into Portland, knowing very well that we're actually in the parish of St. Thomas already. And this is just an aerial shot of what the road looks like from the air. And yes, this shot was taken on a rainy day, but you can get an appreciation of what is happening, and we can see the drainage being implemented. And this is it from the distance. So this is what the 2022 August view looks like. And we continue as the rain gives us a little challenge, but we will persist. And yes, this is where the highway will continue, but for now, momentarily, we are going to be driving around the road because that area is not yet fully developed for us to traverse upon. This section of the highway was open periodically in 1 to 2 instances. However, it was not a permanent this area was open when they were removing the light posts from the middle of the road. So this is what it looks like in this geography in August 2022. It looks almost the same as in January, but with a little improvement. As the work continues on this thoroughfare. At the end of it, we want you to get a visual as to what the whole work would have culminated to present and reveal to us. And you can see that sections of the Mascot Garden community have been blocked off. But now let us move on as we navigate this terrain. And this is what it looks like on the ground. And as you can see on your left hand, that is where the road work will continue, and that is where we'll be driving in a little while. Now this is the Albion Heights community, and in this community the road work continues as well over on the right hand, and from that section we can appreciate this windy road that will be circumvented so that we can just make a straight drive over onto the new highway that separates that is in the intersection of the Grand Span and the Albion Thoroughfare. So this is what the road networks looks like. And now we're en route, circumventing in part of the Grand Span community, heading all the way to the Albion Estate community. And in this geography, we can see the minor changes that have been taking place. Some may say it's major, but others may say it's minor. In the month of August, they were trying to remove some of the light posts that were in the middle of the road, pushing them back. They were planting posts, so the JPS team had been doing some work, and the Lime team has also been laying the fiber optic cables so that the internet capacity can be better in this area. But as they continue to do that and the work continue to progress, we'll keep you updated. For those who are still here with us, we thank you for making it RoadTripja, the heartbeat of Jamaica's road. We're en route now to the Albion Estate community, but just before we go, we just want to give you a few updates coming out this week. On Monday, we'll have our RoadTripja session in which we'll be giving some financial information, having some financial conversation, and then on Wednesday, we'll be having our relationship JA session in which we'll be giving some relationship advice and some relationship information. And we are pleased to announce that it is official that the RoadTripja team has now have made available the RoadTripja podcast. So yes, you will have a sit down with me on Fridays as we discuss matters which are pertinent and important to the Jamaican diaspora, especially for our expats and for those overseas, and also those who are involved intimately in the Jamaican ecosystem, so that we can have clarity on some ideologies and decisions that have been made and some utterances that have been made by different parties. The objective of the podcast is to present a different perspective and give information and update so that those who are away can be abreast of what is taking place in this island of Jamaica. And for those who are not from this territory, if you are seeking to be a part of the territory of Jamaica, you can also use this platform, this media, to get some information so you can easily integrate when the time is right. Now we're in the Albion Estate community, and this is a road network that is also in part completed, and we'll be taking our way on it as we see the lighter changes that are taking place. Work is still ongoing. They are working assiduously to ensure that by the end of this year we have more road network to work with. But from us here at RoadTripja, we just want to thank you once again for making it this far. And as we always say, walk, ride, drive, and fly good. Signing out from RoadTripja, this is Dr. A. See you in the next session. Enjoy. This concludes our journey from the Harbour View area all the way to Albion Estate Community, Section 1A of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, SCIP.